This conference will now be recorded.
So like I was telling, we'll have the introduction class today where I'm going to run you through about what digital marketing is. And going forward, we'll have sessions where it'll be more interactive, things where you can also be part of it. I'll be showing you how to do it and follow through and give you time where you can participate as well. But for today, just grab a pen and a book, write down a few points which is necessary and which will definitely come of use, down the line for you. So if you're all ready, we can start. We're good to go now. I didn't get the ones in the chat. Just type, it can be interactive in the chat session. Just type one and let's start with great. Wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Okay, very good to go. So digital marketing. So what is digital marketing? And before we speak about what digital marketing is, what do we need for digital marketing? See, these is one of the skills where you need very minimal things at your disposal, and skill set will take you in a long run. And today, every business in the market needs digital marketers. In the sense, a small business also. See, why do you do digital marketing? For generating a lead, for having a sale, to make your company come in the presence of the market. So every small company to a large company needs digital marketers. And you, if you pick this up as a digital marketing student, see, digital marketing is a very vast subject, but knowing, the surface level of it is where you start. And we guide, walk you through all the steps of what you basically need for digital marketing. Okay. So as we start off, the first thing is you need an electronic device, be it a computer, a desktop, a mobile. So any of these electronic devices on which, through use of technology and internet, you promote your product or service to your targeted customer. So as you see on the screen, what you see is a laptop. Okay, that's the electronic device we have, and followed by which, if you see in the bottom, you need an internet connection. Very basic of it. And then come see the world. The world has come. The world is so wide, but we all have come close, and it's become a small world right now because of the social media what we have. Like Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp. Recently, when WhatsApp was down for like 6 or more hours, we were like all clueless. We didn't know what happened. Correct. So it has become our main mode of communication now in today's world. Uh, Let me give an example. Tomorrow, if you all are planning a trip, you're going to Goa or Pondi, wherever you like. Your planning starts by, using the internet, using this technology. Even there, digital marketing is involved. So if you want to plan a trip, you think about where you're going to stay, where you'll have your food, where are the places you will go around. So for all this, the first thing is you go onto the internet. Even if you're very familiar, if you want to explore something new, so this is your portal where you check. And what you check, if you see there, you can have two perception of this. One, you, the person who's seeing these businesses. The other side of it is you being the business who's being seen by those people. Correct? So when you're planning your trip, you look which is the best place to stay. If you're going to Goa, you'll see North Goa, South Goa, where to go. You open the location, you find the places around it, and I'll show you how do you create those places on the maps. Correct? That's going to be the session coming up next. But today it's going to be all about introduction of digital marketing. If anyone has joined again, so I'll repeat myself. Today we're going to have the introduction class of digital marketing, where we'll be running through the topics of what is digital marketing all about. And you can see the two ways you can interact. You can unmute yourself if you have something to share, or you can make use of the chat section. Alright, so continuing on that, you search for the places, you search for the resorts, you search for the hotels, and once you go there, you see the photos. Correct? How is the property? Are they hygienic? Are they providing you the services? Even there, they would have mentioned the option of having a Wi-Fi. Correct? It always adds an extra. the credit for the company which have all the accessibility, be it Wi-Fi and whatnot, right? A pool, your requirements when you plan a trip. So from planning, and once you go there, you still look for places like what's nearby, where can I go, what's the places I've traveled last time, and going forward, even once you're back, you'll have all the content with you, the images, you'll have your videos, and that again you put it on the social media, correct? You'll share it on Instagram, then you'll put it on Facebook. So digital marketing and internet, all these social media is part of a life. So it's very essential. And in terms of uh, a career to take it forward, it's already part of everyone's life. You can always make money out of it and definitely a career out of it as well. All right. So before that, let's know what is this? What is marketing? Before this, marketing, the action or business of promoting and selling products or services. Correct. So why do we do marketing? In order for a company to survive, thrive comes later stage. First is survive. They need to sell something what they're coming to market for. So unless they don't sell, they don't make money, and that ends their existence if they don't make money. Because they'll have their commitments. They'll have to pay their rent. They'll have to pay their employees. There are a lot of commitments overheads. No, they were taken a loan to start the business. So for everything, the basic is sale. Even if you see a balance sheet, most of the things what you will have in a company will be outgoing. Money coming in is always a sales side. So what aids a sale in the company is always marketing. So the action of business of promoting and selling product or services, which includes market research and advertising. So it's not just about how you sell and what you do. You should have a strategy, how you plan it. So in next, in this slide itself, I'll walk you through some of the steps what will be done. The first one, as you enter the market, you should be visible. Correct? Unless you're visible, they don't know you exist. So to sell a product or service, we need to be present in the market first. And if I'm going slow or if I'm going fast, please let me in the comment section. I'll slow down, or if it's slow, I'll pace it up. Just be interactive in the chat section again. Okay. So visibility. As you enter a market, you see the person in orange there. So consider that person as the marketer. Okay. Am I going? Is it clear? Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
It's clear, sir.
Okay. Any issues, please let me know so I can work on that. And any point of time, anything, you can just unmute yourself and put it across. Is that okay? I'll go forward.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Alright.
sir.
Okay. So visibility is the first factor in marketing. If you see, I mean, if you have come across people who are into sales, because I come from a, before this, okay, let me stop here and give you an introduction about myself. So I am Vijay. The ones who have joined later, so I'm just introducing myself again. So my name is Vijay, and I'll be handling your digital marketing session. So I'm mostly from a marketing background, and I'm into events as well. I used to do a lot of events, and I do it still now. I still do it. So as far as sales is concerned, I work in a hardcore sales background where we literally used to meet people. So the value of marketing is always something. It's always a feather in cap for us, because once you're into core sales, you need to push your products. You need to be there. Be with the customers and make it happen. And the category we were in, the equipments were very expensive. Each equipment costed 1 crore. So for a person to buy that, it used to take years together. To sell one machine, it takes 1 year. So the first step for us to be there is visibility. We need to be in the market, show ourselves. Once you show, there's this concept. Okay, first comes the visibility, and then comes the credibility, and the last stage is the profitability. So what you see there is the visibility part of it. Whatever business category you may be in, you may be into electronics, you may be into design wear or anything. First, we need to be present in the market, find the customers, who our target customers are there, and next step comes is we find out the target customers in them. Okay, the first one, what you see, the customers as well as audiences. But our job as marketers is to find out who are the viable target customers who will be prospects and likely down the line be our customers. Correct? And another part of the marketing goes on is you need to attract these, find the target customers and attract them, okay, pull them towards your business. And that's your skill as a sales and marketing person, how you bring them towards your business and keep them interested. Okay, there's a small concept I would like to talk about. It's called 4 P's of marketing. No, it's called 4 P's of marketing mix. In case you take up a product or service, you should know how you place a product. Correct? What kind of product is it? Are people interested to buy that, or is that viable to be? If it is service, if that region is viable to take a service, that's a first concept. And then comes the pricing. See, in terms of pricing, you can see it can be uh, skimmed or it can be penetrating. In the sense, if you see a penetrating pricing, that's something like a Samsung. If you see a skim, it's more like an iPhone. So Apple knows who to target and know who are the screen customers. So the pricing is high and the features and how they present themselves is on a higher side. But if you see Samsung, they are equally good to Apple in terms of the product they give out, but they follow the penetrating part of it. So the pricing and the products they release, it's more for the wider audience. If someone has an iPhone, it's always that, oh, that okay, great, this guy has done really good for himself and he owns it. But Samsung, you see with everyone else. I mean, see, there are models in Samsung which it comes on the higher end, but they provide their concept is being a penetrating part of it. They have entered the market. Another example would be if you can take Tata or Maruti, they follow the penetrating method. But if you see Skoda, Volkswagen, and Audi, they come in the skim market pricing. So that's where they differentiate. Even tomorrow, if you're starting a business, you should decide who is your audience, what are you planning to do, how are you placing the product, how are you pricing it, and next comes the place and distribution. So once you know your product and how you're pricing it, obviously the next part would be the place and distribution. In a sense, see, it can be your physical store or which part of the city or the country you're placing your store in, or I mean, off late we even have offline stores as well. But again, how accessible we are to people we have planned to sell our services, how accessible we are to them. And the last part is the promotion. Having a product, pricing it, and having a place and distribution channel. The last one, promotion. If we don't do the promotion part of it, the product, price, place makes no sense. So basically, combining all these 4 P's, you plan a product and release it into the market. I'm sure there's always a way for success for you, be it whatever the category of business you are in. Once you do all this, you visible, you find your target customer, you attract them towards your business, and you go and use your strategies for making 4 P's and all that. Last one comes the retainment. So you put in effort doing all this. If you don't retain, the whole effort goes in vain. So once you retain, you always they become your loyal customer and you can take them forward. So these are some steps of marketing, very brief, surface level of what I was telling. And with this, there's a lot of market research, experiences. Even in digital marketing, the next topic which I'll be telling you about, the same way even in markets. If I work, usually companies work in quarter basis. This quarter they would have done something, implemented a plan, and the next quarter they'll review it. What has happened? If this area, what they planned, what I spoke about marketing next. They see the plan they have implemented, has it worked? Have they got the sales have improved? Have the person, workforce they've put in, were they capable of, pulling in the sales, and something has worked out. Even if sales have not happened, if they've reached their target customer and created more inquiries, that to itself is an achievement for them, and that is recorded. And the next part comes to retention. So by the next quarter, they should be seeing the ones for who they have reached should be their existing customers. So that's how things are planned. On a brief explanation, that's marketing. So I'll repeat: the action or business of promoting and selling products or services, which includes market research and advertising. Any doubts here? You want me to explain anything here? Let me know. I'll go step by step. You can unmute yourself and ask anything in the chat section as well. If no doubts, you can type 2 and I'll go ahead in the chat section. Okay, one person has no doubts. Great. Okay, I'll just tell you one more thing. As you see in the slide, just keep in mind about this image, what you see there. Okay, there is one image of last one. So after the 4 Ps, there's one person with a telephone. Just keep that in your mind. It'll be helpful for the next slide. I'll explain. You see those people that are in the last one. Just see that once, and I'll move to the next slide. So now comes what is what's digital marketing. So any marketing that uses electronic devices to convey promotional messages and measure its impact. So what this sentence actually means is you have a marketing activity that uses electronic devices. See, electronic devices can be a laptop, your mobile, a tablet, and use of technology and internet for the same. And here you convey a promotional message. What does that mean? See, if you have a product, you need to reach out to people. Keeping that with yourself makes no sense. So that is a promotional message. You send it to people, and by the end of it, like I said earlier, you need to measure its impact. So if you create a campaign online, you need to follow it. See, digital marketing is not all about posting and creating some designs. It's not about that. You should measure an impact once it is done, so you'll know how to go forward the next time you're planning something. Just like the traditional marketing, digital marketing also has even more tools, correct? It has even more tools, and we have something called insights, which I'll show you in classes coming forward. So once you launch a campaign, you get to know how many people it has reached, the demographics. You get to know. I mean, based on the gender, their work profile, age, and even the region where your campaign is working, basically. So that's a small definition of what digital marketing is. You can look through for other definitions, but if you understand what digital marketing is, this is sufficient. And on a simple lines, any marketing that uses electronic devices to convey promotional messages and measure its impact. As I told you, there was a megaphone in the last picture I showed you. To the right side, what you see, I want you to understand on the pictorial way. Here you see a laptop and a person reaching out through a screen with a megaphone. And there are people outside, and you see the small social media icons here and there. So more or less the same work is happening, but it is through a digital media, through an internet. And it is comparatively less invasive, you can say. See, if it's a marketing, there'll be a person who will come and sit in your office or may even turn up to your house. But if the same marketing is being done on a technological platform, we'll definitely reach you, but it's far less invasive. They're not taking your time in terms of their presence. The message is conveyed, the job is done, but they're not stepping into your space. So this is one of the small advantages of what we have in this marketing. So digital marketing typically refers to marketing campaigns that appear on electronic devices. Like I told you earlier, it can be a phone, It can be your desktop. It can be it can be a laptop. It can be your PC. It can take any forms, including an online video, a display ads, and social media posts. I think we can take this as a secondary definition of what we spoke earlier. So digital marketing typically refers to marketing campaigns. Like I told you, you can measure the campaign, what you have sent out. On a traditional medium, that's not possible quite easily because you'll not have the data of what's happened to the marketing activity which you have performed. But here, for everything, every action, every campaign you send out, there's a measurement of what's happened. So it can take the form of an online video. Online video in the sense you're very clear. It can be a YouTube video. That's the biggest video platform what we have right now. And display ads, all like this Google ads, Facebook ads. When you open Facebook, I'll just show you the time. If you let me show you. So if I open Google and I search for laptop, the first line itself, the laptop for me, like whoever's, this is called as display ads on Google, shopping ads. And the next one, what you see are you have, what do you see here? You see an ad, just follow the mouse, you find something, ad. So ad means it's a paid, and the one which come through next are the non-paid. These are the inorganic. The moment I look for a laptop, see you have from Dell, you have from Chroma. See, all these partners are making an online ad. So the minute one person searches for a certain device, or even if I can look for hotels near me. So when I search for restaurants near me, what you find is the establishments in this locality. And if they are registered on Zomato, you'll find them on Zomato, Dine Out, TripAdvisor. I'm sure most of you will be using Zomato and Swiggy already. But they have the reviews as well. This is the business point of view, where you can have your Zomato profile, wherein people come in and write reviews. It can be good, bad, but make sure it's always good. And the other way, see the first thing, okay, I search for restaurants near me. So it's showing up with a map and restaurants close by in the circle. So I'm placed somewhere in this locality, and the ones which are showing is around this area. It differs from where you are. If you search in your Google right now, it will show up places which is around you. Okay. So display ads, and I'm sure most of you would be familiar with this. There's this new song which has come out. As I was talking about YouTube, familiar with this guy is correct. This is right now trending everywhere. Play the music high. So this basically, if you're on TikTok or Insta, your reels or your Facebook videos, right now we don't have TikTok, but if it was there, it would have been on it. But right now we have the Insta reels. We're just running on these songs. Correct? This is one, and we have another one. Just correct me if this is not trending. Is this trending? You can unmute yourself and let me know. Is this trending now?
Not sure, sir.
So play the music. I can't. Music will be there.
Audible,
Is
sir.
that song trending? Is that song trending now? Was it audible or not audible?
Not audible, sir.
All right, you can check it up on YouTube later. I think those two tracks are trending right now on the internet. So in terms, see, an artist created the track, and all of a sudden it's gone viral. It's not in that part of the country, like throughout the world. So that's what I was talking about, a video or in terms of a display ad and social media post. So at time, once a video goes viral, everyone start making reels of it on various platforms. It can be, a story on WhatsApp. I mean, a status on WhatsApp. A story on, reels on Instagram. All these places. So it just takes one audio or a video to go viral, and everyone starts following it. That is the power of digital marketing. The minute it goes viral, it'll entertain the viewers. On the other side, the person who releases it will be making money, and the artists involved will be getting more opportunities. So digital marketing is creating opportunities not for the people but even for the viewers and the ones who created the content. That is the power of digital marketing. Are we good till here? Can I go forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Anita has commented it is so she is updated with what's going on right now. Am I fast or is it okay? You want me to slow down a little?
Fine, sir.
All right. Okay. So we see what are the benefits of digital marketing. There are 2 points of view. Okay, one is a customer, one is a marketer. As a customer, how digital marketing is beneficial? It's more accessible right now. A touch of a button on my phone, I can purchase what I want. I can search what I need. Before, I had to go to a store or an establishment. If you want to book a ticket, I had to go to a ticket booking center and find out where are my um, what are my options to travel there. But now it's all touch of a button, touch screen, so I can find out. It's as a customer, it's very accessible right now. And the second point comes, it's inexpensive. See, if you take the first point itself, how it becomes inexpensive. So from wherever I am, my travel is reduced. I don't have to go there. That's one way of it being inexpensive. And second, you don't have a middleman. The companies themselves have applications where you can log in, find out what the best offers are. So there's no middleman here. Even if they're quite now removed because of the advancement in this market. Third, range of options. Okay, today I'll walk in like, okay, we'll take the ticketing option example itself forward. I go to this ticketing guy. I'll tell him I have to travel to Mumbai, and he'll give me a set of options. But what he'll be providing me is not something I'll be comfortable with. Sorry, it says slow network connection. Am I still audible? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Because here it says slow network. Anything that, please let me know. Okay. So as I go there, it will give me certain options. Where it will be, that point of day only I'll be able to travel, and that point of timing is well. It may not be convenient and well with me. So my options in that point of time before was quite less. But right now, how many portals can I look for? I'll just show you. If I log in, and just Google again. See, everything is Google is our friend desk. Our first friend desk info. Whatever we need, we can always Google. Let me check. Let me go to Google. So travel. Okay. Let me check. Flights to Mumbai from Bangalore. See, observe the sites which will show up. We have via.com flight, and we have cleartrip.com. We have makemytrip.com and GoIBO, I'm sure you would have used it at some point of time by now. Yatra.com, Skyscanner, and this changes on every business I look for. See, right now I'm looking for travel and flights. It is showing me clear trip. It's showing me make my trip and all that. But previously, when I searched for a restaurant, it was showing me Zomato, it was showing me Swiggy. So how Google works itself is actually it's amazing. We need to I'll talk about it, and I guess in the same session forward today. But just observe how things change and how they're displayed as we search on particular business we're looking for. Okay, before that, let me tell you one small thing. As we are using so much of Google, I'll tell you a small thing about it. So if this is a Google page, okay, this is called the query box. What you see here, this is a query box, and here we put in a query. Can you anyone tell me how many queries there can be in a day? Right now, as today's, just give me a rough number. How many queries there might be in Google all around the world per day? I'm not judging. Just give me a number, random number. Per day, how many Google searches might be there? Anyone? 100 crore. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. See, per day, I mean, I'll just tell you with per second, there's 63,000 query searches. Okay. So per day, that adds up to 5.6 billion searches per day. And you take it for a year. And today's scenario I'm talking about, the latest data, what is called, maybe you can Google it, you'll find the same. The latest data says there are 2 trillion searches per year, global searches. All over the world, there are 2 trillion searches. See, that is the amount of data Google is managing, and that is the size of company that Google is today. I'm sure it's a $1 trillion company already. I'm sure you know Alphabet. You heard of this the latest update called Meta? Can anyone tell me what Meta was all about? I mean, if you know, you can unmute yourself. And
They're trying to bring all the Facebook products under one umbrella called Meta, sir.
yeah, so exactly, that's right. And this was done earlier by Google long back, and they have a company called as Alphabet. So they have all their products in the name of Alphabet, but their product and service are just going as it is. So Facebook too found some issues, and they went through some legal issues and all that. So they wanted to wipe that off, have a parent company as Meta, but the products are going to remain the same. Okay, so this is a query box where you put in your searches. So I was looking for laptop. So I search laptops, and the next page, I just put in the comment section. You can just note it down somewhere. This is quite important. Comment section. Okay, so this the next page after the query box, the home page. Next page, what comes up is called the SERP. So what SERP stands for is Search Engine Result Page. Right, typing here, it's not showing in the chat section. Anyway, so first is the query box, and followed by you'll get the search engine result page based on what you've searched on results on that. Okay, there's a small algorithm which works in Google. There are something called as Google bots and crawlers. So the minute you search, it finds the data in its database and puts it out to you. The similar way as you create your websites later, Google analyzes your website and later puts up in the search engine result page. So here the data what we get here is very important, and that's what the world looks for. So, the next class what I was talking about, Google My Business. If I type in name of your business, it should be showing the name of it. Okay, I'll just type NICT, Jainagar. Okay, I'll just type NICT. See, the minute I type NICT, it shows me a result page with NICT, content of NICT. The first one says some electrical board. So the next one, what comes in is the NICT computer education. So here, this is the Google My Business page of that, which has all the details like products. You see here, the address, areas where they're providing the services, working hours, phone number, and any recent products they put up. See, this is another one very important thing you have. It shows you what time the business is busy, what time people are coming in, how occupied they are, what's happening. There are a lot of tools which you can make use of as just a marketing person. And there's a word on the business by the owner, and later on some ads if they have done it, some posts and reviews. Even today, if we are heading out to any restaurant, we search, okay, like, okay, we just check, um, give me a name of a restaurant. Let me search as any restaurants that you usually go to. Okay, let me type this. So type. Here again, it shows the hours they're busy, what time people are coming in, and rest of the details as well. The service, what kind of options they have. They also mention how their place looks. They'll have the pictures as well. And look at the reviews here. And we'll be doing the same tomorrow, where we'll create individual, Google My Business profiles for each of you. I'll run you through how to do that, and you can, send it to me later once you're done. So they have the reviews, images, mainly the location. The same thing is what comes up in the maps as well. If I type toy, it'll show me the location of it. But again, if I scroll up and the result shows, I'll have the reviews of the place. I'll have the images of the place and what amenities they have. Any are they specially able friendly? Are they pet friendly? So all these details are mentioned just in the search, and this is a very important part for our business. So people usually see when they mention how expensive they are, the rating they got so far, direction, website, everything comes up here. So getting back to this point, the range of options are quite wide. I can, if I'm not satisfied with the person providing the product or service, I'll definitely have the second and third lined up. Correct. And next point comes as competitive tools. Uh, Again, range of options, competitive tools, quite similar. You can, in terms of tools for a consumer or a customer would be finding on the reviews, what was the previous experience of people who visited there, and knowing the images and rating. Like I showed you how busy the place is. All these gives them a tool to find out how good they are. I mean, how good the place would be for them to purchase or avail the service at that business. Next comes in is the individual attention. With digital marketing, there is a very high chance of you getting an individual attention. Tomorrow, if you walk into a Krispy Kreme's or what else, any of these KFC, anywhere, they've taken your data, they've taken your number. Correct? The next time you're there, they would have planned something. They would have, some offer would be going on for their outlet. So you visit or you don't. If billing is done, you get a different message where it adds up on the the points and something as such. Or if they're running an offer, immediately what you get a message. So that is also part of the mobile marketing there too, which is again digital marketing. Okay. So individual attention is given, and who doesn't like individual attention? So they recognize you, and even if you mention, in case you mention your birthday or a special occasion where you're married and you have that anniversary, the businesses will get a reminder that there is this person who's celebrating their birthday in the data, and they send out a special message. Now see this in perception. You are the business owner. You run a cafe and you have regular customers coming in. You may not remember every person's birthday, but through a CRM or any system what you have to run the place, you take in the data and see if you go to any decently high-end places, as you walk in, they'll have a tab, and a person will be at the entrance taking the data, and this is where the data is being fed by them. Or that is one way. Or the other way is when you're you know giving a clear, you finished everything and you go walking out, in the billing section they would have a small feedback form, or the same thing they would have entered in the tab. So this data which goes in there, they make use of it on a beneficial way of digital marketing. So they can send in you messages. In case you provide an email, they add you up in the data of their customers, and if any special occasion or a huge sale is coming up, they add it up and send it to you. So individual attention is given to the customer, and when that is done by a business to a customer, he stays loyal to that brand. So there are more chances of business getting the customer back. The retention is maintained, and more business takes place. Next, specific searches. So like I showed you in an example, if I search for a laptop, same specific searches have come out. In a sense, if I search for a restaurant, I got searches which were based on the food, just the food category. But when I searched for a travel ticket or a flight, I got the websites which were based on travel. So the searches are very specific, and with accessibility, inexpensive range of options, individual attention, and specific searches, this definitely adds up as a major win for a customer to avail his product. See, to be honest, everything has gone digital today. Even the class which I'm taking for you is digital, correct? We're having an online session. If you want to go out and buy something, you use your phone pay or you use your Google Pay. So everything literally have become digital today. Even the transaction like I told you, then networking. If I want to meet someone in my business line or interest, if it's business, I check them on LinkedIn. If it is casual, I want to find people of same interest, I find it on Facebook. If it's dating, people find it on Tinder. So for everything, literally everything. And tomorrow you want to get married, there's shadi.com. So each and everything, we have an application, we have a website, and we have people who are providing service. I mean, see, they existed before as well, but the accessibility is not the way it is today, correct? So with this, what you should think is the job opportunities what you have and the businesses it's creating. So, I mean, digital marketing is creating quite an impact. We are seeing this just as users, but as in point of view as a business or people who are getting the job opportunities through that, I'm sure they'll be thankful about digital marketing in a way they're not aware of. Okay, so that's the benefits a customer, just few of the benefits a customer avails through digital marketing. So when it comes to a marketer, it's relevant for them. If I'm marketing something tomorrow and okay, I'm marketing a new bike I'm launching. Okay, if I'm from Royal Enfield, I'm launching a new bike, 350 or a 650cc. So I can create my campaign in such a way it reaches out certain um, section of people. One, it creates a desirability for one section. Another section who are enthusiasts who already have that affordability and they'll be waiting for that. So I don't have to go out to places. When I create a work campaign, when I create ad campaign, I'll I'll make sure as a company and a marketer that we play somewhere in the urban section of the city or the state. But the same, I put it in a rural. One, I'll not get sales. Second, I'll be spending money on my Google Ads. So with digital marketing, okay, if I have to put out an ad, uh, more or less in a newspaper, how much will it cost me? A front page, roughly. You can put it in the comment section.
90,000, around 90,000 to 1
So
lakh.
somewhere around a lakh, correct? But the same when I use on digital media, it's be far less. And it's there's one more thing what we have here. We have a concept of ROI, correct? Return on investment. And another favorite word for our Indians, basically, mostly it's VFM. One we have ROI, one we have VFM. So VFM stands for value for money. I'm sure most of you have seen the Maruti ads where there's one person standing just admiring a ship coming in, and he looks at it and is like, "Kitna deti hai?" And the same thing, he sees bigger vehicles and has the same question. So we, as you know, as a group of people, as a nation itself, we are very value for money oriented. So when we pay some buck, it has to come back to us. So in terms of marketer, it's very relevant if I put out a campaign. And personalization. When we saw to the other side of it, when the customer is getting the individual attention, the marketer has the opportunity to personalize, target them personally. Like they'll have their preferences. This time of the day will be available. I mean, certain number of people will be available just that point of the time. And okay, if you take an IT professional, they're working all day, and you can schedule your ad such a way uh, on the times they'll open their phones, because at work, I mean, if it's there's a very high workload, I'm sure they won't be opening their phones and looking into it. Some may sneak through, but majority of them, once they come home, have their lunch, have their dinner and relax. So you can schedule ad in such a way you can personalize to the section of customers you're planning to sell your product or service. So that's where personalization comes in. And even in terms of the offers you're giving out to them, okay, if they're students, they just finished their college or school and they have a long gap of vacation or something. That point of time, an education institute or someone who's providing computer education like us can plan and give them special courses just for the students. So that is the range of filtration what we can do, and which I'll show you as we do Google Ads down the line. Next, cost effective. Like I told you, we are very value for money oriented, and also ROI, return on investment. So what we invest, we would always like to get the returns on the same. So it should be cost effective. Next, it's high measurability. If I put out an ad on a newspaper, there are many people who would be reading it. I'm not saying it doesn't. Traditional marketing is still good, and it is one of the ways which should be followed through as well. But digital marketing, if I send out the same ad, I know how many people it has reached. Like I told you earlier, I can know what gender it has reached, what time people have seen that, what area of the targeted location I put have seen that, and even there are minute filtration where what is the spending and how often they buy. All this can be seen. So the measurability factor, which comes as insights in the social media factor, is shown. So it is very measurable. Next point, it's a level playing field. So all of you who are right now in the session would like to start a business tomorrow. You are as good as a company which is already in the market doing business. You people have the same tools in the digital marketing open for you. It's not that see, the people who you can hire may be a little different to the bigger companies, but you yourself talented and you know how to go about, you're as good as any other big company there. And I'm sure you'll be reading the newspapers and I mean newspapers are out, so you'll be reading in your in shorts and wherever you update yourself on YouTube, you see all these unicorn companies raising monies, in terms of millions. So even if you see that their investments are mostly going into the digital marketing section of it, where they invest on sales. They want to convert to what they're already doing. Yes, some part of it majorly goes to research and development, but also for them to exist and thrive, they need to market themselves to be present. One of the best, beautiful examples of marketing, I think, which totally brought in a revolution, I can say Oyo. See, Oyo did such a great job. He found out every location people wanted a place where they stay. It should be hygienic, safe, and reliable. So he picked up places accordingly. He found out the geographical locations, and he saw where a hotel from his brand, an existing hotel, which will be branded under his name, is connected to his a reliable name as Oyo. People started signing in. I mean, signing in. What do you say? Checking in, and his business. He's a billionaire almost today. And so that's such a wonderful idea. It's not him who grew, but also the hotels which were not having customers, they started getting in people. That's a great use of this marketing as well, and definitely his own skill set. So it creates a playing field. If you have a wonderful idea today which you want to implement tomorrow, you always have that opportunity to go out and try it. There's no restrictions for you. It's all about your skill set, the people you work with, your team, and your ideas to bring it forward. So it has higher scope of engagement. In the traditional marketing, the engagement might quite be less. Like I told you, if I put out an ad on a newspaper, it is likely that you may be interested or you may not. But the same thing goes on a digital platform. It will be already targeted to such people who will have certain interest in it, or they'll be in the market looking out for that. So you have higher scope of engagement. And the last and the best part of digital marketing, which I showed you the video and was talking to you about it, it can go viral. I'm sure no other media right now or so far has been able to do this. The minute you go viral, it's not just your location, but the entire world sees you. I can give you an example of a very humble person who's doing really good right now on the internet. See, one is Sadhguru for sure. He's doing brilliant stuff on the content he's providing. Another would be him, correct? Where was he? What is he? See, he's not. If you observe his videos, he's not even talking, correct? He found out the loopholes in our society, what we are doing, and he just with just one gesture, he he made the world realize it's so simple. Why do you complicate it? And the followers and the views he has today, I'm sure this is way more on Instagram than on YouTube. See here itself, he has around 3.1 million subscribers. I hope this is the official channel. It's so. I mean, most of you are sure. Would have seen his videos. He doesn't dance. He doesn't talk. He doesn't sing. He found out what's going on in the community. I mean, in the internet and the videos which are coming out. He just made it simple. He was like, this is so obvious. Why you have to do that? So for each one out of you there, each one there, there's always an opportunity. But how you bring that through, that's your individual talent and luck as well. So the minute you go viral, a lot of things will come across. One, you'll have a following of your own, and then you'll have sponsors also walking in. I'm sure by now Cabby would be having, even though all the celebrities are sharing. So his influential levels would have gone multiple fold. I mean, first of all, he would not been existing. Now he's very influential with what he's doing. I think I saw Salt Bay somewhere. All the footballers and all the memes. Wherever there's a meme, this guy is like a constant phase right now. See here, Will Smith. I think he was not featured in that, but he's still part of the same video. So whatever he says, a word which goes up. And in those lines itself, I can tell you about this another gentleman. So he is another person who's made of digital media, digital marketing, and social media to such an extent. He's reached out to, I guess, most of the youths in India, and we didn't have a person like him before. I mean, there are great talents and great people who are putting out things, but how he made use of the platform, there are very less people who have done this, at least in the recent times. So the minute you go viral, I mean, see, to go viral, there should be a lot of factors. First, your content should be right. It should make sense to people, and there should be a gap or a space where it's not being done, like Cabby. I'm sorry if I'm not spelling it right. So that guy, he found out what's not there. Correct? So he went with a small gesture and his thought process. He put things across on a video format, and he's quite famous right now. And same way Sadhguru. I mean, there were people who used to speak good things before and had all the things, but he put across in the, and he was consistent. See, that's another thing which I have to tell you. Consistent. If you see all these people who have gone viral, not just for, I mean, there are other ones as well. Big Chak Puja and all. They did one or two videos and they were known for all the wrong things. But these people, they had good things to offer and they're still doing good stuff and they're consistent. That's very important. And if you find them, they are omnipresent, like omni-channel. You can find them on all the social media. So that's another thing we need to look out for. So minute you go viral, your opportunities just opens up. The world just changes for you. Okay. So far, I'll just want to give you a 10 minutes break. Before that, any doubts, anywhere, just let me know. You can unmute yourself and talk. You guys there? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything I need to explain myself in any point of time which I did so far? If you don't want to talk, you can make use of the chat section and let me know. All right. It's 5:40 now. Let's be back at 5:50. Let's take a 10-minute break and come back. All right, check. Let's take another 2 minutes. Um, by then, if you find these points important, just note down from that. Want me to go back to a few slides earlier? I can do that as well. And just note down the definitions and some points. Yeah, let's move forward. Is everyone back? Everyone here? Can we have you all type 1 again in the chat section if you're here? I guess some of you have just let okay. Good, good. Not bad. People have stayed back. That's it. The others are busy watching YouTube or something. Okay. So going forward, next we'd like to talk about channels of digital marketing, or you can even say types of digital marketing. I'll just run you through this. Like I told you, this is one of the introduction. I'm going to give you a very brief explanation about this. Further down the line, you can elaborate it maybe better, I say. So the channels of digital marketing. So first one is search engine optimization, SEO. So this is a type of digital marketing where it's more of optimizing than marketing. So as I told you, this is a search engine. Can any of you tell me some of the other search engines if you know apart from Google? Just a random question.
Bing, Internet Explorer,
Internet Explorer is a browser.
YouTube,
YouTube is a video format. I'm talking about search engine. YouTube, yeah, it is a form of new search engine right now. But there are other things. What we told Bing is that we have Yahoo, and I guess most of them have died out actually. Right now, what's currently trending and most people rely on is Google. So yeah, SEO. See, when you look for your options, okay, let me see again. Get Facebook. So more or less, when you search for restaurants and businesses, and especially all these restaurants kind of thing, Google My Business first turns up with the location and the rating, and this whole tab is about Google My Business. And later down the line, you'll find these searches. Okay, It'll be from any local listing. So TripAdvisor, it's a travel-based website, and then you have Zomato, you have IBB, Dine Out, Easy Diner, Just Dial. So based on search, okay, if I'm looking for, let me look for Azure. If you, I mean, you're very specific about the search. In the last one, I just mentioned cafe. So it'll show up on what all platforms Azure is on. Or if I look for something, not really specific at all, like I saw earlier, I look for, okay, let me look, search for something else. Okay, let me be DSLR. Look at the results. You'll find the companies, the first one, what you see is the shopping app. So brands which are dealing with the camera, their ads show first, and then would be the companies who are selling this. You have Nikon, I'm sure Canon should be somewhere down. You have Amazon. Let me go to the second page. Okay, I can show in the same here. Okay, here as well. So like I mentioned earlier, if it's an organic, Edge, Safari, but those are all browsers. Okay, so here, see here's a gadget. I mean, someone has reviewed on Nikon that. Okay, ad. So this is called the SEM, search engine marketing. So okay, this is inorganic, but if a result shows up without, some commercials being involved, that is called an SEO. So some efforts would have been done on optimizing the website and listing them on all these portals, local listing, local SEO, local SEOs and all that. So then if you don't see an ad written in front of that, that's an SEO. If you have ad written before it, that's an SEM. So what is an SEO? What is an SEM? So SEM is something where you need to know a few skills, or have people, digital marketing people, work on it for you. But SEO takes a lot of time, and people generally, prefer 70% of people prefer the ones without the ads. See, your reach is good with ads. The ads will show up, but organic is what people always go for. Correct? So search engine optimization, then comes search engine marketing. So search engine marketing, you can Google Ads. I mean, when it comes to Google Ads, I'll explain in detail. We have search network ads, we have display network ads, we have shopping ads. The one which showing up right now, that's the shopping ad. See, based on our searches, the keywords what would have been given earlier, I'm getting these results. So when we look for a product, basically businesses dealing with that, they put it up on the listing. It can be in form of SEO, SEM, but people tend to always click on SEOs because they know this as more genuine. I'm not saying Google Ads is not genuine, but there's no marketing involved. So it's an exact match for the searchers you're looking for. All right, let me take another example. Tell me any device which I can look for. Okay, NOV. See what you see on the top, that's the shopping ad. And followed by, you have an SEM. After which, you will find the list. These all SEO. It can be, I have one more slide for you for that. Okay. So paid results and non-paid results. Okay. So paid results are the SEMs, and it'll be great if you can just make note of these few points because this is quite a new concept for you. Even if you know the ones who are not familiar, just make a note of this. So paid ads, they are the SEM, search engine marketing, where some marketing is involved and money commercials are involved. So PPC ads, that's paid per click ads, and comparison ads and shopping ads. So first thing what you see on the top, that's the shopping ads, and pay per click ads I'll explain once you come to Google ads. On the right side, what you see is the SEO. So they are non-paid results. So here there's a lot of effort which will be going in. One, organic web. So you would have created your website and how you optimize it. There are a lot of in detail things to be done. Uh, so how we optimize, and when someone comes to your website, how user friendly it is, and what are the contents of it. So the minute they log in, have they are they getting the content they're looking out for? Okay, and news results. If you're looking out for some particular things, okay, I look for a Creta, Hyundai Creta. So Hyundai Creta, there are chances. Okay, let me just show you in real, and I'm not sure we'll get the exact results of what I'm looking for. But still, if I look for Hyundai Creta, check out the results which I get there. Like I said, first the company's uh, result will be there, Hyundai, followed by Car Deco. I mean that is a second hand or used cars. So quite relative to what you search, you will have the results. And what here it's saying is, give me a minute, let me find that. Okay, I'll post it center. So in terms of news and in terms of okay, I got it. So news results. So a Hyundai Creta might have met with an accident, or someone might have put up a video on YouTube which would have gone viral. Okay, here it shows video results. Or someone has Hyundai has recently launched a new version of the Creta, and someone has done a review of it. Site links and people, affiliate marketing also comes in. Someone has written a review about it, how it is, a blog about it, and all these, which takes in some effort. But to the left side, what you see, the effort is mostly commercial. The right side is they would have done some bit of research and time would have gone into do this. So that's the difference what we see there. Okay, so a very brief explanation of what SEO and SCM is, and then comes email marketing. So most of you think email marketing is quite outdated, but no. See, once you, as I told you, to claim a customer, it takes so many steps here. Correct? You need to do all this. But once they are there, they're with you, and they're loyal customers of yours, and you don't follow up on all these mediums. I'm sure they'll go to another business which is giving the same product and service, maybe even for better price. So you need to inform in terms of your mail, how I mean any your ongoing things about your new lineup of products, or you plan to give any offers, services. Okay, in terms of car, let me continue with the car example. You're giving away services at quite reasonable prices in this part of the month. So you communicate with a mail, and mail is gone are the days that they open only through a laptop. Everyone always have their mobile phones. So the last point again you see is mobile marketing. So they have access of email marketing through their mobile phones. So the minute you keep them updated with what's going on, product related. Actually, there's a pattern as well. How you mail them. Let me see if I can bring that up as well. Okay. So this is just one of the things. So first you take up a topic and send them a mail, and then you do an introduction. And the next mail on a Wednesday, if you take a weekly schedule of how you can send your customers a mail through email marketing, this is one of the pattern you can follow. So then you write about product, and then you give a gap, email that day, and followed by on the fifth day you send them an offer and give them a gap again, reinforcement. In a sense, why should they do that? What is the benefits of them taking it? And you assure them something for them to buy your product or service. And the last mail would be urgency. So that is more or less like a call to action button where they need to take that step. So in form of an email, you put in, okay, you need to have very good copywriting skills here. There are two things here. One is copywriting, one is content writing. Copywriting is someone who have really good skills, who can, they can play with the words, convert the customer right at the content can be, writing about whatever is given to you. You're able to put it in words. So yeah, email marketing is still existent and very helpful. All the companies, the bigger companies are following it. So that is one of the channels of marketing we have. Going forward, where is the slide? All right. So affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is a type of marketing where uh, you have a source of income through another person's website. You may have a blog. You have people, you're very good at content writing. You create very good blogs, and you have a page of yours where you write about certain topic. Okay, as a you are cars, so you review cars. Okay, another one is laptops. Okay, laptops or mobiles, technology basically. So you write, and people just follow you and wait for the content you put up on your blog or website. And at that point of time, if you send the link to the merchant site or the place where they'll be making the purchase, and that is followed through your site or blog, the person, the merchant should be end up paying for you. Yeah. In a very simple words, it says here, affiliate market is sending the traffic or the buyers or the user to another person, to another website or merchant's website, where when that user makes purchase, you get some portion of amount in form of commissions. So this is again one of the channels of marketing where you make money by making the purchase happen on other merchants' website. But you will be channeling, and why would they go through you? Because you will have your content, you will have the expertise on the subject, and people you already have a following who will come to you and then head over there. And I'm sure you would have seen all these YouTubers and influencers who will be doing the same. Once they're quite popular on Instagram or YouTube, they start recommending products. Correct? So that's also one of the ways. Again, influential marketing, a bit of affiliate. But here it specifically mentions that uh, the affiliate marketing is sending the traffic to another website, merchant's website, when that user makes the purchase. Okay? Affiliate marketing is emerging as a full-time profession of people who are earning good amount of money using affiliate marketing. So for some people who are really good at this, they have even made it a source of income for them. And if you, like I told you, the minute you go viral, people you will have such a following that no matter what you tell, people blindly follow, or they know that it has made impact in their life, and they'll definitely follow you. I mean, if you're an influencer, and that's another way they make money. So that's affiliate marketing in a brief. Going back, social media marketing. I'm sure each one of you out there are very familiar with this mode of marketing, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. But again, if you see, I mean, the latest one as well, we have what is that? Clubhouse, correct? So all these, I think I have a list of them somewhere here. Yeah, social media. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, WhatsApp, TikTok, Clubhouse. On all these forms, how do you push your product or service? And even as a business, you create your profile, and how you present yourself to your customers makes a big impact. in case you're not present, I'm sure your competitor will be, and all your customers will move towards your competitor. So you should make sure, like I told you earlier, you should be omnipresent, or you should have an omni-channel presence of your company in all these platforms. Because this day and age, if you don't exist online, you literally don't exist. Correct? So let's just have a look at this. So active users as of 2011, this is approximate. So Facebook has leading with around 2.8 billion active users, and it was launched in 2004. So YouTube has 2.1 and it was launched in 2005. And the latest one which I was talking about is Clubhouse, which has around 10 million. So, and each has its own ways of communicating and sharing the content. See, content can be in form of post words, text, basically text, in form of images, videos, correct? How we could, and even the new one which I was talking about, Clubhouse, they have just the audio. I'm sure most of you have used it. One update about this is you should appreciate how Facebook actually works. Facebook, I have another page here. See, they acquired Instagram for $1 billion. They acquired WhatsApp for 19 billion. They acquired Oculus VR for 2 billion. And now they even tried to acquire Snapchat, but he was reluctant and he didn't budge on it. But now what Facebook is seeing is they're seeing the opportunity in Clubhouse. I'm sure it'll be out soon. I just read it somewhere. So Facebook is providing, what do you say, these organizers. I'm sure if you're familiar with Clubhouse, we have people who are really good at hosting these sessions, constantly talking and keeping people interactive. See, Clubhouse is still not come to that extent because the content is quite mixed there. But there are good ones as well. You have celebrities coming up and sharing the experiences personally, and we even have HRs who are finding good candidates. I don't know how far that got converted, but I saw that activity happening there. And Facebook has taken notice of this, and now they'll be implementing that into their system. And Facebook is so adaptable. I mean, they're so versatile. They pick up literally everything. See, all the features which have come out right now, they went live, and they have stories, they have groups. Like from what they saw, whatever was trending in other social media platforms, they are so smart and ready to see. For them, the main concept is thriving, not even surviving. So what's in the market trending, they make sure it's adapted into their system. So that's Facebook for you, and some bit of social media. And I'll run it through later on as well. Okay, one more thing I need to mention is what we have is LinkedIn. LinkedIn and Facebook, if you see, user face is somewhat similarly same and easy to use. But Facebook is on a casual level where you can share your life events, you can share your achievements and all that. But on LinkedIn, it's more professional. So if you're looking out for jobs, I think we'll have a session on LinkedIn. So it's about if you're looking out for jobs, you put out your details there, and even the way you post and things are done, it's quite formal on LinkedIn compared to Facebook. So it's a medium where you look out for jobs. On the same way, you'll have people hiring looking out for you. Correct? It's more on a professional line of interaction there. And even WhatsApp, it's taken the world by storm. I told you when Facebook was recently down for a couple of hours, we were not able to communicate with each other, and normal texting was literally is quite outdated unless it's a bank statement or something important. We looking for that. Otherwise, literally for every mode of communication, we use Instagram DMs or we use WhatsApp. So that's the dependency we have on all this, and that's how important we are. So, okay, understand this. If we are dependent on them, uh, as a business point of view, your business happens where the people are. So when people are dependent and sticking on to this, it's our duty to make. I mean, as a digital marketing person or business person, We making use of this opportunity, put out our business, and in turn try converting them. So as that is concerned, social media marketing is a huge way of promoting a business. So that is a great channel for digital marketing. And then comes your content marketing. Content marketing can be literally anything. And if you ask me, out of all this is the king. If you have a good content, no matter what medium and what channel, you're gonna be leading it. You're gonna be leading to. One, you should have really good content, and two, it should be of really good value for people, and three, it should create an impact. So if it has value, it creates an impact, and if it's good content, I mean, it adds up basically. So content can be, from making a small creative or a post, posting something on Facebook, creating a Pinterest, and making a YouTube also. I mean, you create a video format of a creator or content, and images, Instagram. So what you need to convey, less words and more of pictures. Okay, and the last one is mobile marketing. So the minute we wake up in the morning, the first thing we majority people, what we do is look at our phones. I mean, what we log into, it's individual preference, but that is how addictive we are to it. You can consider around 5 to 6 hours of usage. I mean, you can open up your phone and look into settings, and you find the screen time you're making use of your phone. So if you yourself is using so much of the net, imagine the people again. Like I told you, the social media, same instance. We always need to put ourselves in place of in the shoes of the buyer or the user. So it will be always easy to market our products in such cases. Okay. These are some channels of digital marketing which I've mentioned. Any doubts here, you can stop me and ask the questions. Any doubts here? Anything I have to answer in this? You can ask me. We have another, I think you can wind up a bit early today. But let me know if you're interactive, I'll get to know what's happening. Are you guys there? Okay, just press 1 in the comment
Yes,
section
sir.
if you're there. All right. Thank you. And others? Okay, Chandana. Karuna. All right, great. Okay. If I take this up, will take a lot of time to finish. I'll just have a small section of it, which I'll finish in next 5 minutes, and we can close this session for today. See again, I mentioned on the benefits of it. Some points are left here. That's why I put the slide down here. In terms of a user, what are the benefits? Like I told, wide range of sites and wide range of applications, wide range of options who I can approach the product and so on in the social media. So as a user, I have multiple channels and devices, and cross-device integration. What it means, like I can access through my laptop, I can access through my phone, my tablet. So the medium is, I mean, the mode of me getting the information is vast. So I'm not limited to just a desktop, not just a phone. It's on all platforms. Better decision making. So with a bit, lot more options, I can always take better decisions. What's good for me? What works out for me? And deep discounts and offers. See, deep discounts and offers is possible when there are very less middlemen, and the company themselves are offering, understanding what the market needs, and provides them the discounts. Okay. Easy to buy and return. That's one of the greatest thing what we found through Amazon and Flipkart. So one, purchasing is quite easy. It's a quick 1-2 step purchases. You can look for the product. You can look for the color, whatever you're looking for, and finalize on the option what you buy. And next will be the billing. Billing, you can choose a mode of option. You can have cash on delivery, or you can through your card. It can be credit, debit, whatever. So the mode of payment is quite easy right now. 2-step purchase, 1 to 2 step purchase, and multiple payment options. That's what I told you now: cash, card, Google Pay. So it's quite easy. You don't have to always run to a bank or ask someone. It's always at your disposal. Than an automatic teller machine, it's always great to have a phone which has direct access to your bank account. Correct? If you lose your card, you need to go to the bank and block it. I mean, if you lose the phone, also it's quite the same as well. But things and features which you can communicate is much higher. One, you can do the transaction at the same place, and you can communicate on the same with your bank. Okay, next, easy to buy and return. Okay, so you first, the purchase is quite eased out, and the next payment options are easy. And in case you don't want the product and it doesn't suit your expectation, it doesn't fall in your expectation, you can always return it. Correct? This is another point. But other thing, if you buy in a local store, unless you know them or they're genuine, you will not be able to return them. They say once sold, no return, and they put the board quite outside. The board is quite outside. You buy, no refund. But in these, there are options, because see, they'll be dealing with product and services in huge, huge scale. But the same shop will have limited people coming in. So unless he provides all these options, payment options, purchase options, door delivery and returns, he won't be able to make decisions. So that's another reason when he's working on a large scale, he'll be able to provide all these options. Okay, let me stop there for now, and I hope you found it a little informative on the session. If yes, give me one for a feedback. Okay, 1%. Okay, great. Just two? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. And tomorrow there are a few more concepts which I'll be covering too. And we'll start at 4:30. The organizer from your side would like to have a word or something? Or do I end this session? Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30. We have a few concepts left, and then we'll be going to Google membership. Thank you.